Welcome to the Public Information Center, or PIC, for the Detroit River Storm Sewer Outfalls Stage 2 Stormwater Master Plan and Class Environmental Assessment Study. This study will assess the stormwater infrastructure draining directly or indirectly into the Detroit River. Thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation and learn more about this study. Your input is valuable to us. This presentation will be available on the town's website until Friday, July 20th, 2023. The purpose of this PAC is to present the purpose of the project in Stage 2 study area, review the study methodology and municipal class environmental assessment requirements, present the alternative solutions for the Stage 2 catchment area, present evaluation of alternative solutions, highlight next steps and project milestones, provide an opportunity for feedback from the public and review agencies. We encourage your participation and comments throughout the study. A Stormwater Master Plan, or SWMP, is being prepared to identify potential infrastructure improvements to protect public and private property from the effects of stormwater flooding while also protecting the natural environment. The SWMP will review portions of the stormwater drainage system that have a direct connection to the Detroit River or an indirect connection via the Marentette Drain and its tributary drains. The SWMP is being completed in 3 stages. Improvements will be identified for each stage, with the preferred solutions presented at PICs. The Stage 1 catchment area has been completed and additional information is available on the town's website. This presentation focuses on the improvements identified in Stage 2. The Municipal Class Environmental Assessment, or MCEA, is an approved process under the Ontario Environmental Assessment, or EA Act, and includes 5 planning and design phases. This study is being undertaken in accordance with Approach Number 2 of the Master Planning process. Phases 1 and 2 of the MCEA process will generally be addressed through this study and includes Phase 1, information gathering and identifying problems and opportunities. Phase 2, identifying and evaluating alternative solutions and developing an implementation strategy. Consultation for the Stage 2 SWMP includes this PIC and a master plan report, which will be issued at the completion of this study. This consultation will be repeated for the future Stage 3 catchment area SWMP study. The following tasks will be completed for each stage of the SWMP. Collect and review background information, including field inspections to collect missing storm sewer data required for analysis. Complete natural heritage studies for all 3 project areas. A background PAC, which was held in July 2021 to introduce all 3 stages. Build and calibrate a hydrologic and hydraulic computer model of the storm sewer system. Use this model to complete the stormwater assessment to identify system deficiencies. Prioritize identified problem areas and develop alternative solutions for addressing stormwater deficiencies. Hold PICs to present preliminary alternative solutions for their respective stage, which is the step we are currently at, and finalize alternative solutions based on feedback from each PIC. Summarize findings, recommendations, and cost estimates in a Stormwater Master Plan study report. Separate SWMP reports will be provided for Stage 1, 2, and 3. The Stage 2 study area includes catchments that are serviced by the Marentette Drain. This area extends from the Detroit River to the Malden Road area. 1 outfall is present, the Marentette Drain. The following alternative solutions to reduce the frequency and extent of surface flooding have been carried forward for evaluation. All 5 alternatives include the full build-out conditions, which shows future residential areas as fully developed. Alternative 1, do nothing. This alternative maintains the future connections in the Stage 2 area and is used for comparison purposes. No improvements to the storm system were made. Alternative 2, upsize sewers. This alternative proposes that the size of all existing storm sewers within the Stage 2 area be increased by 1.5 times their existing size. Alternative 3, pump stations. This alternative proposes the installation of storm pumping stations at 3 key locations, sized to pass the 5-year storm flows. Alternative 4, combined solution. This alternative proposes a combination of measures, increasing storm sewer sizes in the Stage 2 catchment area, installation of 100-year flow storm pumping stations, and replacing some culverts in the Marentette Drain that cause flow restrictions. Alternative 5. Private drainage solutions. This alternative proposes property owners pursue private drainage improvements, for example, maintain private drainage systems, improve conveyance, etc. The images display Alternative 1 and Alternative 2 road ponding during a 100-year storm event. A 100-year storm event models a worst-case scenario rainfall event with a very significant amount of precipitation. This is used to understand how the stormwater system would handle the stormwater. The road ponding displays where the stormwater is unable to successfully drain through the system. This is modeled for alternative solutions 1 to 4. The images display Alternative 3 and Alternative 4 road ponding during a 100-year storm event. Each alternative solution was evaluated using the following factors: natural environment, which considers terrestrial and aquatic habitat, wildlife, and climate change; social considerations, which considers public health and safety, property acquisition and impacts, aesthetics, and impacts to existing and future land use; cultural considerations, which includes archaeological resources and built cultural resources and heritage landscapes; economic and financial considerations, which considers life cycle costs, including capital costs and operation and maintenance costs; technical considerations, which considers constructability and utilities and storm system performance. Comments received from agencies, stakeholders, and members of the public are also considered. The alternatives were assessed against the evaluation criteria to determine the most preferred solution. As presented, Alternative 5, private drainage solutions, was determined to be the preferred solution because it has limited to no impacts to environmental, social, and cultural features, as improvements would occur by property owners on private property. Alternatives 2 and 3 do not significantly decrease the flooding risk within the Stage 2 catchment area. Alternative 4 is the most expensive. It will decrease the flooding risk, but at a significant cost. Alternative 5 provides targeted improvements that address flooding issues as needed. Under normal rainfall events, the storm sewer systems operate as designed. However, during extreme storms, the following takes place: areas surrounding foundation walls become saturated with water, private drainage systems are potentially deficient, for example, cracked pipes, sub-pump failure, tree roots, grading around the house, etc. In low-lying areas, water accumulates and enters the stormwater system through manhole covers or cleanouts. The most effective way to reduce the risk of private property flooding involves maintain and improve private drainage systems to ensure adequate drainage of surface, roof, and groundwater around the home towards the town's stormwater system. The following are flood risk mitigation opportunities for property owners to consider: maintaining private drainage systems, adding storage capacity, private drainage system maintenance, sump pump system with backflow preventer, and a downspout disconnection. Opportunities to mitigate private property flooding include maintaining private drainage systems and adding storage capacity, maintaining private drainage systems to ensure that surface water and groundwater surrounding the home is directed away from the home and towards the roadway and storm sewer system, adding storage capacity within the system to temporarily detain runoff from high-intensity rainfall events and reduce peak flows to the storm sewer. Opportunities to maintain and improve private drainage systems include private drainage system regular maintenance, adding a sump pump system, and downspout disconnection. Periodic maintenance and repairs to private drainage systems is important to ensure that surface water and groundwater surrounding the home is directed away from the home and towards the roadway and storm sewer system. Some maintenance and repair items include cracked pipes, cracked basement walls, sump pump system, blockages from tree roots, sanitary backflow valve, poor grading around the house, etc. Sump pump system. In the event of a power outage, a backup sump pump system is strongly recommended. It is also recommended to have a sump pump discharging to the ground surface. When feasible, disconnection of the roof downspouts from the underground sewer system can significantly reduce the direct inflow of water to the private drainage system. However, care must be taken to direct roof water to the street and/or rear yard drainage inlet and not to a neighboring property. In terms of next steps, the project team will review input received from this PIC, prepare the Stage 2 summary report for 30-day public review, issue the Notice of Study Completion for Stage 2, continue with the Stormwater Assessment and Alternative Solutions Development for Stage 3. The Stage 2 draft report is expected to be available for public review in the fall and winter of 2023. We encourage you to submit any comments or questions to the project team by July 20th, 2023. Thank you for watching this video presentation and for your interest in the Stage 2 Detroit River Storm Sewer Outfalls Stormwater Master Plan and Class Environmental Assessment Study. Your input is very important to us.